doing, folks? I'm out here in wonderful, how do I say it, Omaha, Nebraska on this fine day, and I was just going through the Facebook group and see I have a new member who wants to join. And who is that? Roberto Mora Ruiz. Hey, welcome, buddy. I just clicked you on in, so you are now a member of MACTFORDEDGE. Congratulations. Let me refresh this and get to the actual site here so I can see what I'm doing, and this way I can see what comments are actually happening. I see I got one member on. Let me expand this out and so I can see the comments, and we are set. Yes, it has been a pretty decent I guess run as far as the week goes. I'm here going to school and having a great time, and just basically trying to get my studies done. Yes, so been rather busy with that. Had an uneventful drive over here to Omaha when I left on Tuesday, and I did make a stop at a famous rock. Yes, and I will make a video on this because I was talking to some folks. How you doing, Lego? Give you a little wave there, let you know I see ya. Back to the rock. I did find, let me turn the light off, see that makes it better. No, that makes it dark, don't it? Maybe it's the background. I'll shut the curtains or something. Maybe that'll make a difference. There we go. Maybe that'll make it a little bit easier to see me, because the background light from the window is definitely causing a problem. But anyway, got it done. You know, spending times in a hotel and all this other stuff. Just doing that. But the rock, going back to the honor rock, I will post a video on that, and that will be something special. I found out some really unique information about that rock that I don't think a lot of people know, but I think you'll all be quite surprised. So I'm going to make a video on that and post that up on my travels so that y'all can see what's going on with that, because I felt it was a worthwhile thing to actually do, and I had never been there. I've driven by that thing, I don't know, 40, 50 times, and I've never stopped. So finally did it. It's not on the map, so to speak, in a very well-populated area. It is out in the middle of nowhere on a gravel road at the corner of an intersection. That's it. Little booth, you know, that's all there is to it. There's not much to it. It's just a big rock, and the rock is there. I think it was put there, you know, originally by somebody. Not sure the history of it, but there's quarries around that area, so that came from a quarry. Just so you know that. So there's nothing fantastic. Somebody hauled it out there with a big truck and dumped it out and left it there for some sort of landmark. But whether it was put there to be the honor rock and be painted, I don't know, but that's how it all worked out. So anyway, drove Lou through there, got all sorts of gravel road dust all over, and then took her to the car wash. Didn't really, it rinsed it off, but there's dust everywhere. It is everywhere. I mean, it's still got dust on it. Just water, you know, the dust penetrates everything when you drive on the gravel roads in Iowa. But anyway, got lots of things going on. I will probably not be, I'll post a video. Ain't gonna be much, but I'll post one. I already got it made. I'm going to take it easy. Been gone all week. I'm going to take and make sure that I have plenty of time with family this weekend, since I've been on the road all week, and just make sure that they still love me and want me back. I mean, they might ask you to see my ID when I get home. I don't know. Who is this guy and why is he knocking on our door? But you know, I'm just having a great time, and just trying to get things done. I did the new member videos. I don't know. I didn't do the video to welcome y'all, and truly I should have, but you know, just I don't know. Some days you just say, you know, I'm just not going to do it today. I'm sorry I didn't do it, but I did welcome you all in, and I'll try to pick back up. It's just I was concentrating on other things that were just running through my mind. I just wasn't with it. So I did what I did, but put it off a long time anyway. There's like more than 50. It just didn't hit me good. So some days are that way. You know, you just got to move on and make up for it later. If you guys got questions or whatever, by all means, shoot those out so I can see what you're all talking about. Where is Kevin? Lego, all you gotta do is message him and you'll find him. He's that easy. I just got done talking to him for a few minutes here, and you know everything's good to go. So get a hold of him, private message him, whatever you got your questions for. He's doing well. You know, I got several that have my prayers for them. They're worrying me to death half the time, and the other half I'm worried about family. So I just move on. You know, big shoulders, carry it all, and it is not a burden that is unbearable. Let's put it that way. So I'd give you all my shirt if I had to. I really would. And you know, I love you all. You're all a great group, and I appreciate everything that you do. And I would help you if you come up and I was able to, you know, help you work on your car. I would. I honestly would. I would never turn anybody down. So, you know, that's just the way it is. But that being said, you did see I did take the valve cover off in that last video. Yeah, you guys saw that. I'm gonna make a confession about the valve cover. Okay. I told y'all I wasn't gonna check the oil in it until it had 100 or 150 hours on it. I couldn't resist. I checked it. I checked the oil. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I had to check it. I just had to check it. So anyway, I went and checked it, and guess what? Completely full after well over 50 hours of driving. So not that I expected it to be low yet. At the 150 mark is when we're really going to see what's going on. So you know, we got another 100 hours to go, and that probably won't take me very long to get there because I got to put another 5 or 6 on it just to get home tomorrow. I will finish school up in the early afternoon, and then I'm hoping to be home at a decent hour before 7 o'clock if all works well. It's about a 5-hour drive, plus stops and everything else. It took me longer to get here to get to Tuesday because I stopped at the Rock and everything else. But I plan on beating it through and getting home before dark. That's my goal. So hopefully class lets out early and I can move on. I only got one more trip to Omaha. Yes. Then I will have my certification, and I can call this quits on this trip. And unless I want to go for the other certification for the other group that is available, and I'm already 3/4 of the way finished with it. So my question is, I'll ask the boss, do you want me to get the other one? And 3 more classes, Bob's your uncle, and I have the other certification too. So I may be coming back here and continuing on. But let's see, let's see, so clean. It's a hotel room. It's actually a little, I mean, if y'all wanted to know the truth, the hotel room here, you know, you see the bed. Yeah, I didn't make the bed. This is an extended stay hotel, folks. As you can see, my big mess over here. I was cooking. Yeah, I was cooking. I got a little kitchenette, you know, so I'm able to cook. And I had a ribeye tonight. I went to Wally World and I bought me a little ribeye and fried her up in the pan. A little coleslaw, some potatoes. I was all set. Yum, yum. Anyway, you know what I hate. Anyway, now out here, you know, I don't like going out to eat. I'd rather just cook myself and not bother with driving around going to find fast food someplace. So to me, that works great. So that's what I did. and did that. But anyway, get all that classes done, so then my trips to Omaha will become fewer and farther between. How you doing, Ronald? Glad to see you from Brazil. Yes, Ronald. Hey, guess what? My brother-in-law is from Brazil. I think he has property in Brazil. Yes. So I'm very familiar with Brazil. I've spent many a week with him trying to understand him. My Spanish is horrible. His Spanish is horrible, and we try to communicate. I don't know. We both know how to say cerveza. That's all I can say. Anyway, it all works out in the end. Oh, the bed bug. Oh yes, they're the size of giant cockroaches here. Yes, bed bugs. I knock on wood. Holy cow! I've never ran across a bed bug issue. Uh, you know, I must be really lucky, but then again, who knows? I just never ran across it. So again, I don't probably stay in uh, certain types of hotels anyway. So I try to keep myself away from that. And then my suitcase, I put up high, all this other stuff. Yeah, there's certain things you do. But what else we got? That's pretty much it. But anyway, the valve cover is running like a champ. I'll do a follow-up video on it when I do the oil change on it and cover everything, how much oil it may or may not have lost, and we'll see what it does. I have been considering changing oil viscosity in lube. Now, I'm thinking about it, and I haven't decided, but I want to bit by bit start running some other oils, and I'll probably do it one brand only, but I may decide to go with a 5W30 in lube because I do run highway a lot, and I don't think that would affect lube much. But on the same token, I want to do 530 oil tests, okay? Because I do know that some edges and higher heat climates run 530. So I want to see how that affects lube in the long haul, mileage, anything else, but also do some testing on it to see how the 530s match up to the 520s, okay? And then we'll have used samples and everything that go with that. So it'll be a good data test on that and see how things are working. But I haven't quite decided because, winter comes up. Do I want to run 530 in the winter time? That type of thing. So, I may experiment with it. But it's an experiment, folks. I'm not condoning doing it, but I know that Duratec can run on it. And since it does, and is a recommended oil for high heat climates, I might as well test it, see how it does. And, that might get me in the preparation of maybe, a newer vehicle, because, if all works out well and I can pull this off, I am hoping that I may have a loose title in my hot little hands by the time we get to our meeting. Yes, that's my goal, to show up with Lou paid off 2.5, 3 years in advance. Yes, that's I put everything I have into it. So with a little bit of help here and there, I've managed to get it done. So it's always a battle for me to pay off my work cars before they start getting over 300,000 miles. I have to really buck up and make the payments faster, just so when it gets to that time after 300,000, I'm in uncharted territory. So I want to be ready for whatever's going to happen. If I got to buy a new engine for her, then that's what it's going to be. I will put a new engine in her. I am not getting rid of her. I'm not making that mistake twice. got rid of the orange crush when I should have kept her. But anyway, I will put a new engine in her. I will keep driving her till literally there's nothing left to attach the wheels to, and then we'll go from there. But body is not rusted out or through. It has rust, but not through. It's surface rust. So I'm doing what I can, and I'll show you guys that later in a video too. And it is working. You saw the rear hatch video. It's working, folks. It is working. The rust has stopped. It stopped. So I'm going to continue on with an undercarriage job that I was starting, and I'm going to make a video on that, and we're going to see how the body holds up after a winter, because I'm going to do my best to apply this stuff here this late summer real soon, and coat her up and lube her up, and then we're going to see how she withstands the winter after I do all that work on her. So we'll see where it's going. Jack White says he did really good in the snow. I agree, Jack. The front-wheel drive Edge with snow tires is excellent in the winter weather. You know, and I can only imagine an all-wheel drive would be even better. You know, so you know that really is a good testament to the capabilities of the front-wheel drive. As good as it gets in the snow, I have never been stuck with a Ford Edge front-wheel drive. Ever. And I've driven through some pretty hairy stuff. So let's see what else here. Edge's front tires are peeling. I discovered today all the season tires are marked M and S on the side. These tires do not suit us here because of the tropical climate. I guess he's saying the Michelin, I guess you're saying the Michelin LTX Premiers is what you're having a problem with, Ronald. If they're getting damaged from the heat, take them back to wherever you bought them. I mean, that's warranty issue as far as I'm concerned, because they are warranty from defects. So if they're peeling, then take them back. See what's going on. Get a new set. Don't know your driving conditions, but definitely check them out. My Premiers are working really good for me. I'm still running the set that were on the back. I've been running them all summer on the front, and we'll see how far they measure here at the end of the service life, as I'm going to call it, for before winter. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it the rest of the way through summer with them. And then all I got to do is buy 2 new tires next spring. And I got to buy 4 new snow tires this winter. So get some new snow tires on her, and we'll move on forward. What do we got here? I don't have my glasses on, guys, so I'm trying to read. But apparently we got a little bit of a tire discussion going on various tires that we put on our edges, and the pros and cons of it. Granted, my results may be different than yours, but so far, I'm loving these Michelins. That's all I can tell you. The grip is unbelievable. Without going, and I can't compare them to the comp tires that I put on Rufus, because I bought those. I forget what the BF Goodrich competition tires. They're directional tires, so I have to be careful when I rotate them. And put 16-inch, 8.5-inch wide rims on them. On Rufus, and I tell you, he's sitting pretty with them. I love the way the tires run. Took it on the interstate. It was great. So, those seem like good tires. I guess they're the tires they put on the Camaro, but trust me, Rufus needed new wheels and tires, and the results were great. So we digress from there, but one thing I do want to put in a little bit for you all. If you have not joined up and gone to the MACT Garage site, that is for all other vehicles that you have. Okay, we keep this as a Ford Edge group, but if you have a Chevy, a Jeep, Chrysler product, whatever other vehicle you have, join that group. And if you are a member of the MACT Ford Edge group, I have the settings set so that as soon as you hit that join button, if you're a member of MACTFORDEDGE, you are automatically accepted. You don't have to wait and ask for approval or anything. All you do is hit the join button and you're boom, right into the group. So if you want to go to MACT Garage on Facebook, bang, you can get right in that if you're already a member of this group. And post your pictures of your rides. I love seeing the pictures of all the different vehicles. And then also people are starting to help everybody, just like we do here. Help get it fixed. It doesn't matter what it is. The same rules apply. Everything you learned in kindergarten is applied there. So it's the same concept. And it's all about fixing the car. We don't care what it is, what brand, whatever it is. We are going to try to help fix it. That's what the whole thing's about. So don't be shy and say, hey, I own this kind of car. Can I ask this question? No, ask the question. The group is there to help. Okay? And they all know, be nice, help, be sincere in what you do. And, you know, grow the group that way. Post your pictures you ride if you're restoring it. We got a lot of people painting, restoring their cars, everything else. So, you know, that's my plug for the group there, and also the MACT Garage YouTube. In this group, MACTFORDEDGE, you guys do not see a lot of the videos I post in MACT Garage YouTube. I don't post them on MACTFORDEDGE. I post them on MACT Garage. So if you want to see the videos of MACT Garage that I make, I do link them to MACT Garage on Facebook. So you won't see them on MACTFORDEDGE. I just separated them that way. I want the channel to grow. That's where you got to go to see those. Otherwise, you go directly to MACT Garage. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Help me grow it. I need 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, holy cow, you know, this Facebook group is growing hands down and is the most active Facebook group for the Ford Edge of any Ford Edge Facebook group. I'm going to tell you that. I got the stats. I know. I've verified. And MACTFORDEDGE is the most active and best group there is. In my biased opinion. But some of it is based on fact. And the fact is, hands down, we have more members joining every month, and we have more posts, we have more comments, we have more of everything. And that's you know, that's the goal, to keep us going and to be nice. Yes, kindergarten rules. I love kindergarten. When you guys were in kindergarten, was it not the best thing? You had your snack, you had your milk, you had your nap time. Oh, I dream of those days again. It was a great time. But anyway, and see, I can't read what you guys are posting, to tell you the truth. Oh, come on, Lego. We allow any vehicle, even the Corvette. Hey, we want to see everything start and run. That's what it's all about, right? Holy cow. But, yeah, that, and what else was it? Really, you know, Lou is doing good. I cannot think of anything I got to fix. And I've said this before. It's just amazing the difference in the build from 2007 through 2010 through 2011 through 2014. There is a difference. I was talking to Mano about this, and we're having a discussion, and it's really amazing that, you know, granted, the Orange Crush was sort of a learning platform for me, but everything I learned there applied to this one. But Lou is just handling it better. The suspension is better. The durability is better than what it was. Okay, what the Orange Crush was. Hands down, they did a good job. And granted, it's got the few little nicks in the armor, you know, the PTU and what do you call it, the I don't know, PTU and a water pump. I don't know. I don't lose sleep over the water pump. I just get in and drive it. If it blows, it blows. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, and with the number of miles I'm putting on her now, I'm not so sure I'll put a new water pump in. So just probably toss another engine in. But the build is different. You know, the first platform was excellent towards 9 and 10, but I tell you what, 11 definitely better, holding up better. The LCAs now, I'm not sure they didn't make any changes, but I think how everything worked together was enhanced. Some heavier suspension components. I definitely know that's the case because I've tore apart both generations, and I know the 2011 has a heavier suspension component, bolts and fasteners and things. So there were changes made, and it is definitely a much more reliable vehicle in that aspect. So I can't argue with it, but she's holding up good. 200, I think she's gonna be 243,000 some 100 miles by the time I get home tomorrow. So that will put me, I don't know, I think it's 243 or 244. I can't remember which. But I am nearing here by the end of the month or first part of August. I will be at the 245 mark easily, I think. And that will put me 40,000 miles less than the Orange Crush. I am within 40,000 miles of the Orange Crush when I hit 245. So, you know, that's, folks, in calendar time, that is less than a year. 10 months, 8 months, 10 months. So this time next year, Lou should be clocking in and looking at 300,000 miles. That's what I'm expecting it to be. Oh man, the local news crew's stepping on my channel. Holy cow. Can't they leave me alone? What else we got? Manoran. Manoran's sitting there telling me how quiet everything. Well, Mano did drive a second gen Edge, and he really liked it. It was different than the 7 when he drove it, and so you know, you guys can watch that video. Mano was visiting me, and we went over it real quick. It wasn't a big review. We didn't drive it. We just looked it over, and you know, I would say that was my first introduction to it, and I did like it. I think it was decent. And he said it was exceptionally quiet, and electronic steering took some getting used to because he's used to hydraulic steering, but we all become accustomed to how those work. So that is how that is. But let's see what else we got. Any other questions? Oh, okay. Ronald posted photos of the tires in the group, so I'm gonna see if I can't go back and look at them and see what he's actually talking about, and see what we got going on here. Oh, I was expecting something worse. I'm gonna say that's more road hazard than it is wearing out. And are those Michelin Premier LTXs? I'm not sure what those are. The tread pattern doesn't look familiar to me. Maybe they are, but that there, I don't know. I don't know what's causing that. You know, it could be road. Are you driving on a lot of gravel roads, rock roads, heavy rock roads? That could be part of it, because the tread looks smooth and then chunks are gone. It's really strange to see that kind of issue. No, those are not Michelin Premiers there, Ronald. I don't think those are Michelin Premiers, are they? You have to let me know if those are Michelin Premier LTX. I don't. Those might not be. Those might be the. Gosh, what were the other Michelins, folks? I forget what they were. I already forgot what they were. Uh, Latitudes, Michelin latitudes. Uh, those almost look like the latitude to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't memorized the tread pattern on my LTXs, but those look like latitudes because they say touring. I don't think the Premier says touring on them, but you guys let me know. And Ronald, let me know if it is a Premier or if it is a latitude. Okay. I wouldn't expect the latitude, I don't know. I wouldn't expect the latitude to do that either. So, let us know. I'm curious now as to what that is. You say Michelin's, but be more specific, whether it's a Latitude or a Premier LTX tire, because I want to say it's a Latitude, but I'm just going off of what I see. We can see what it is, right? So let us all know. Post up there what it is. What else is going on? The group's been pretty busy with a lot of things here also. What was it? Been a lot of questions on fans, cooling fans. Of course, it's hot, so cooling fans are failing. And if there ever was a weak link in the fans, it is the fans. And I will say again and say always and over again, if you change out the fans, change them out to the OEM Motorcraft. Don't go with the others. If you can, but I'm not one to say go with any of the Dorman, the TYC, or any other ones they got there, because more times than not, people are buying and taking them back because they failed. The longevity of them is not good. So OEM Motorcraft, don't fail. I put them in Lou, and they're running great, and they're not failing. They're running like they're supposed to. So replace the fans. Now, how do you tell if the fan's not working? It's simple. Here's the deal. The Ford Edge will not overheat if you're doing more than 45 mile an hour continuous. The fans will turn off. The AC will work, and the engine will stay cool. Over 45 mile an hour. I've said this all before, but I'll say it again. Over 45, the fans shut down, the engine stays cool. Plenty of air going through. Where you start having problems, you'll start noticing first, when you slow down, the AC doesn't work if you run an AC. Why? Because the AC is more reactive to the heat. And if it's not getting air blown through it, through the condenser, the AC will stop working. That's your first sign. Okay? First sign the fans aren't working. On one side, the AC fan is on the passenger side. The cooling fan is on the driver's side. AC fan ain't working. AC will not cool when you're sitting still. Now, if you get moving again, over 45, and the AC starts working again, you know your AC fan ain't working. Now, will you know if the cooling fan ain't working? Well, the Edge is a little more forgiving on the cooling. Because why? It takes it longer to get up to that temperature point where it tells you it's overheating when the light comes on. Okay? I believe the light comes on at 230 degrees. You double check it on it, but I think I remember at 230. Now, once it gets to 230, because it can run up to 210, 214 easy. So the 230 is the overheat part, because as a rule, the fans don't kick on until about 210 to 215. Okay, this is from all my foreskin monitoring. You guys can check yours out. But when the fans come on, they come on about 210 to 215. That's where they come on. I've seen them come on. And then they bring it down to about 200, 205. Then everything's honky-dory, right? We're good to go. Now, more forgiving, right? It won't send a light and you won't notice it, but the AC will stop working first. Then eventually you'll start seeing overheating warnings. Now, there's only one sensor for the entire engine system that tells you that the engine's overheating. There's no radiator temperature gauge. There's nothing. It's called a cylinder head temperature sensor. It's underneath the intake. There's only one. Only one sensor. That's it. You don't get nothing else. So this sensor will then send a signal that it's overheating. Your dash light will come on, and you'll start boiling over water because it has to get boiled out, right? Because it's too hot. So you will take and then find out, oh, driver's side fan ain't working. You ain't got AC, driver's side fan ain't working. You speed the engine up, it cools down. Every time you slow down below 45, it heats back up again. You need new fans. That's all there is to it. That is a simple way to tell if you need new fans. It's not rocket science. It's just simple concept that the fan has failed. Now, if it doesn't overheat, that just means your one side of your fan has failed. Easy way to tell if it's failed: turn the AC on. If the fan don't start up and the other fan stays off because the engine ain't hot yet, and if that fan don't turn on when you turn on the AC, then you know that fan failed. It's supposed to start. Throw it on max AC. If that fan don't start up, that fan's no good anymore. Okay? So there's a lot of pinpoint testing you can do on that aspect. I would not go out and buy a new controller. I wouldn't do it. Just buy the assembly, folks. It's a 9-minute change out. It does not take anybody here with a small socket set and I don't know what it was, a 10 millimeter or whatever ratchet and extension. That's all you need. Undo a couple clips, electrical connections, toss it out, throw the new one in, bolt it back in, put the clips back on. 9 minutes. You can do this during your break at work. 9 minutes. That's all it takes. So, easy enough done. But whatever you do, buy the Motorcraft. Don't buy the Dorman or TYC. That's just my advice. Unless you like doing the job twice or 3 times, and then you end up throwing it in the trash can and going and buying an OEM anyway. So save yourself the problem. Learned over many people's experiences. So as with all things, if you don't want to learn from the experiences of others, then go on your own. Try it out. Wish you the best of luck on that. But that's it for the fans, okay? That seemed to be a big thing going on with these fans, and people are having it. It's summertime, folks. It's hot. Fans are running, working harder. Anytime you're going to do that, you're going to find a weakness, and then they fail. It's like a car battery. As soon as it gets really hot or really cold, you're going to find out whether your car battery's any good. So it's the same concept. So doing that is definitely going to help you get your Ford Edge down the road better. In this fans assembly, I haven't worked on a 2nd gen yet. Don't quite know what's going on with that, but I'm pretty sure it's the same concept, same working issue. They have the louvers and all this other stuff they're putting on them. Who knows? I'm hoping in the future that once I get a few other things done financially, then hopefully I can start producing some EcoBoost Edge videos. Yeah, that is my ultimate goal. So I can start stepping up with the EcoBoost for y'all and start doing some maintenance on those so that you can start getting something as far as repairing those. Because I've never worked on a turbo, but you know what? I'm not a guy that's shy of tearing things apart if I have to. But again, if they work, mostly it'll be preventative maintenance, trial and error, figuring out oils, oil filters, testing oils, basically repairing shock struts, everything else that needs to be done as time goes. So, I plan on working on that, checking the brakes out, working with different braking systems and all this stuff, and showing you how that all works. So I look forward to it. It might be another year or 2. Who knows how long it's going to take, but I will definitely get there and start doing that, because that is my goal. I just want to make sure that I don't, destroy the family budget in the process. So that's where I'm working towards. Still, my goal is to help you all out, and if you can see your way to subscribing to my channel, that would be helpful. Really would. I would love to do that. There's over five. I'm almost at 6,000 subscribers. I only got like 100, less than 140 to go, and MACT on YouTube will be at 6,000 subscribers. And in the next 7 days, I figure I will break 2 million views. So, you guys keep watching, keep clicking on them ads, keep helping me make ad revenue. That's what pays, anything back to me, and helps me fund my endeavors and helping you guys out. So that's my payment. It's simple. You watch a video, click on an ad, watch it all the way through, and then that pays me. If you click and watch 10 seconds of it, I don't get nothing. You got to watch the whole thing. But, hey, hopefully it's a small price to pay for what I help you guys with, and you can all see forward on that. Let's see. Ronald. Ronald says he doesn't think that downsizing the engines often are people who like motorcycles or a dentist. Well, Ronald, let's just say there's a lot of economics driving why they're downsizing, but are they truly downsizing, or are they actually making engines more efficient and more powerful with a smaller power plant? Now, durability is another question, because the higher the horsepower you go with, the smaller the engine, you always have a durability issue. And I think there's a fine line with materials and everything else that Ford is doing, and the EcoBoost is starting to pave the way. The first EcoBoost 3.5 has issues. Why? Because the first EcoBoost 3.5, Ford was basically trying to turn the Duratec into an EcoBoost per se. Other car companies have tried the same thing. GM with their Buick and the diesel, the gasoline engine converted to a diesel. I can go on and on about all this stuff. It never really works out well. So, not to say that the EcoBoost 3.5 wasn't a good design. It's just you can find weaknesses here and there because of the design that they use. Old designs to make new designs, and sometimes that works out that way. But the higher the power plant, the smaller the power plant goes, direct fuel injection, which is proven to be a problem. And once I get a second gen, I will probably end up doing maintenance on the valves and showing you guys how to clean the valves and keep these direct injections valves, intake valves, clean so that they run better, because they get up there. Probably have to look at something like the oil catch can and all this other stuff to help keep the engine running longer and more efficiently and more powerful. So there's things I'm going to be doing to help carry this through, because we want to make them reliable. We want to maintain them. And you can take the best car in the world, and if you don't maintain it, it will be a pile of junk. So really, that's all I preach is maintenance. How do I get high mileage? Maintenance. That's the other people were talking about, oil changes and all this other stuff. Again, I'm not going to get into a battle of what you consider the best oil. I provided you guys data. Okay, that's all there is to it. I provided data. I got my opinion what I would run, but for the sake of doing testing, I run everything. So you may not think, well, what is the best oil Bill's using? Well, the fact is that my Duratec has gotten there using over 26 different brands of oil. So I cannot contribute the longevity of glue to anything other than the way I drive it in frequent oil changes, although they are extended compared to what most of you do. But there's one thing they do have in common. They are quote-unquote synthetics. Synthetic Group 3 oil, sometimes Group 2, who knows, blends of those. But the fact of the matter, I've ran all the way through Group 5 oils through it. So I'm sure there's been Group 3, 4, and 5 oils through Lou, but the fact is they are some, quoted as synthetic oils, and I think that helps. But also good filters. Yes, make sure you run a good filter. One of our members posted a video of the Valvoline filter that I tore apart that was new. He tore apart an old one that had 8,000 or 9,000 miles on it, running some nasty oil, I guess, and showed you what that one looked like. And if you want to know the truth, that filter looked horrendous. It's just a little bunchkin filter. I told the member he needs to get his sister on the bandwagon, Pure Later Boss, start running a better oil in there too, throw synthetic in there, and start running something better to help his sister out, and make sure that it lasts a lot longer. Otherwise, she will destroy that engine.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Go production.